to tell you guys, and I need to come off speaker view for myself so I can see all of you as I say this. My name, okay, so I'm born in apartheid South Africa, right, you guys? And the name that I'm given is Melanie. And at 50 years old, after I was in a courtroom with a narcissist who, and that was also came up in our group, who was taking my children from me and using the court system to do it. I went to a bookstore and it was called The Last Bookstore, which really makes sense because it's sort of how it feels, right? In the world we're in, our bookstores are disappearing. And I find this book, and the first line on the book says, the character's name is Melanie, which means black or dark girl. And I'm like, what? Like, that's what my name means? And of course, I like call my mom and I'm like, Mom, why did you call me Melanie? Like, and it totally makes sense given the path that my life has been. But I just think that it's fascinating. So just think that's a little. So who am I? All right, I am a lawyer, a liar, a truth teller, a fighter. I am a sister, a mother, and a daughter. I am a soul in a container, so I forgot. I am also a writer, a poet, an artist, a singer, and a dancer. You see, when I was born, I knew all of these things. And then I got programmed to not believe. It is not that my programmers had bad intentions. It's just that their souls got hijacked too by false belief systems that took away our truths. Divine source came in to show me the way, but I swatted this omnipotent force away. The source is patient, though, persistent and kind. The force would not leave, could not leave, because it lives inside. Inside of my body, the answers lie. Inside of my blueprint, my past lives live. So if I was to stop lying to myself, that is, I need to listen deep within. Divine source is my guidance. Divine source is my grace. Divine source is the answer. Divine source is the voice inside me. If I would just listen, divine source is my only choice. But semantics get distorted and we begin to argue about the name of this omnipotent force we cannot even see. God, Jesus, Buddha, him, her, they. We divide our souls into categories, but it does not matter if it's a white body, black or brown. These are merely our containers that carry the lies. When we dig deep and look inside, there is only one truth we cannot deny. Our containers are born and then they die. It's only the soul that lives on beyond the grave. So no matter what language, what birthplace, or religion, at the core, we are connected in one universal vision. All living beings, we are one and the same. Love is the universal answer. So let's stop choosing division. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Any questions, any comments? We thank you. Hearts.
I want to say, Melanie, that I love finding out that you were told you weren't college material and you passed the bar on the first time and became a public defender. I didn't know any of that about you. And it really, it makes me appreciate the intense enthusiasm you constantly bring, because without knowing that part, I didn't know anything but the enthusiasm. And somehow to see that the enthusiasm is there after all that makes me honor it more. So just want to, appreciate what you have achieved, what a powerhouse you are in the world out there, have been, and how you're now redirecting all of that power.
Alorah, I really appreciate it. And I want you all to know I failed my first year of law school. I also failed my I also failed subjects my first year of university because I let that seed take root and take hold of me, and I kept watering it. And I believed that belief, but my soul would not let me stop. And so, and I'm dyslexic, I'm functionally dyslexic. I didn't know, I couldn't keep up with the reading in law school. And one of the things that came up, and I don't want to take up too much time, but one of the things that came up in our session is, just we as women, a lot of us get into narcissistic relationships. And so I actually wanted to be a public defender. And I know that there's a lot of innocent people who are in jail. And I know that the system, all the stuff about the system, but I was actually a deputy district attorney, which wasn't by choice. It was where God put me. And I was actually helping to advocate for victims in domestic violence relationships. And I didn't realize that I was in an abusive marriage because he wasn't physically abusive. He was emotionally, spiritually, and verbally abusive. But even as a deputy DA, I didn't recognize it. So I think that's, yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. And I love you all so much. Okay, Tash. And I'm saying the first Friday of every month, yeah? For
I
us.
want to say one thing. I just want to thank you, Melanie, for sharing your I ams and want to invite others to really think about their own I ams in terms of who are you, not who others are telling you, but what is actually, from looking at the vision that you just wrote, what are some of the I ams that emerge from there? And start putting those together and look at the beautiful example Melanie gave us right now and how we can really embrace that as well. So thank you, Melanie.